Hey, this is Jason.
Hey, it's Jada, and
welcome to the Pet It Life. Hey guys, it's Jason and Jade again with the Pet It Life. Again, we're in our Corvette. We're going to go take a little back road cruise like we like to do on Sundays sometimes when we have time. And
it's actually warm today.
Yeah, it's actually warm today. It's almost 60 degrees.
Warmer.
So yeah, maybe get out and enjoy a few things. We got a few different loops around here we take, and all of them have some pretty neat stuff along the way. So we'll that's Pearl's cam shaking the camera. But anyway, we'll take you guys along the way. Hope you enjoy it. Taking this road because it's not super tight, super windy curves where she's on edge when I'm driving this car the way I can drive it, but nice rolling sweeping turns and beautiful scenery. You can just kind of cruise along and enjoy
until you get
the vehicle
in front of you,
until you come up on a Sunday driver. lot of stuff to do down
Walk.
here, actually. Yeah. If you like the
Some good little
outdoors,
trails and
here we go. You're about
all
to get your
kinds
first
of-
glimpse
good stuff down here.
off here to the left. Golly, they're going super slow.
Can't really see from in here, but
There's Lake Cumberland to the left.
you can see the dam out
Wolf Creek Dam, Lake Cumberland. We're on the, what I would call the big end of the lake. The main lake, as we call it around here, where the state dock and all that's at. But what we're heading down to right now is Wolf Creek Dam, National Fish Hatchery, and the Kendall Recreation Area, which includes Kendal Campground. We've camped over here before, and we really enjoy it. There's just a lot of stuff to do here.
there. But we love camping down
We
here.
love camping.
It's a very hard campground to get into.
Yeah.
But when we can get a site,
We do.
we snatch it up.
But there's a little part of the fish hatchery is also they have a man-made little creek area that is just like being out in the wilderness. Stock full of trout and stuff that you can fish out of and walk beside and hike. But yeah, you can see the dam over here off to the left. Where we're going to end up is right down kind of at the base of it, which is where they have the fish hatchery and the campground. And there's a little nature center inside the fish hatchery too. We might,
And they have a skunk.
yeah, they have a skunk that you can meet and stuff like that. I forgot what his name is. We might go in there if it's open today. We'll see. If not, we'll come back and do another review some other time of all that. Because again, we come here and camp quite a bit too. But this is one of the places we like to take the car. I'll circle through this right quick. But this is the fish hatchery.
And it appears to be open because there's
Yeah.
vehicles everywhere.
So we might go in there and check it out here in
So
a
we
minute.
may go feed the fish.
But there's it. And
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah,
Gates are open.
it's open. So here in a few minutes, you guys might get to check that out. But and then over there, which you'll see, is where the lanes are, where you can go down and the different
There's a baby.
different size trout as they're getting ready to go release into.
We'll get some better footage when we
Yeah.
get to it.
But off here to the left is the base of the dam.
You can't hardly see it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, I'll get over here and get parked in the. But yeah, as you can see, it's a Kendall Recreation Area, and it's a Corps of Engineers.
That's where the campground is, but
Yeah.
you can't get into it because the gate's closed.
Yeah.
It opens the last week in March. So it won't be too long and it'll be open.
And we'll try to get in and
Yeah, we're going to try to,
get in this year sometime.
yeah. They have little pavilions where you can have picnics. And they always have clean bathrooms. Always have clean
Yeah.
bathrooms.
Yeah, they take pretty good care of this place.
But we'll get out and walk around and we'll get you some more footage.
Yep.
All right. Isn't Pearl pretty? It's a pretty hubby too. In the spring and the summer, this little shack right here has
The best
burgers, hot dogs, one of my favorite things, ice cream. They have Superman ice cream.
which is hard to get around here.
Yeah. So, but they're open, and it's open pretty late in the spring and the summer. There's a playground area.
So here's the base of the dam, and like I said earlier, this is the dam that controls the water level at Lake Cumberland, which is the lake that we live on. There's a few lakes around us, but it's the big one that's pretty close to the house, and it's called Wolf Creek Dam.
It's calm today.
Yeah, it's pretty calm today. But so the fish hatchery over here, so the water comes out of this dam really, really cold, and there's only so many things that can live in water that cold, and it just so happens trout is one of those fish. So, and it's the same thing with the TVA, which I think this is part of the TVA, even though it's in Kentucky, the Tennessee Valley Authority that did the dams back in the 40s and 50s. But anyway, they figured out that they can put these trout in here, and it'll help. You know, it's a good ecosystem for them. So there's these hatcheries all over this area down here, and we happen to have one of them right here that raises the rainbow and the brown trout, and that's what's in the Cumberland River, heading south down toward Nashville and all that. Pretty neat. But yeah, there's people down there fishing, and this wraps on back around the back side of the campground and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. So here's an overview map of the lake. We live back up on this end in Somerset, and we're down here on this end where it says Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery. So the journey we took today was pretty much up above the lake, across the top, and then back down through there. So anyway, just to give you guys an idea of where we're at. So this little thing that they've got inside the Nature Center kind of takes you through the steps from back when it was Cumberland River before the dam. This was kind of the situation, and some of the fish that were in the river and stuff before that happened. Okay. And then up here we got a possum hanging from a tree, and a fox squirrel. There's a white-tailed deer up there, a duck, a raccoon, bobcat up here, and a mink. And this kind of explains the watershed. Right there is a look at the dam from above, and we're down here. And there's Cumberland Falls. One of these days we'll take you guys to Cumberland Falls and let you check that out. But yeah, it just kind of explains the area and different lakes and stuff. But pretty cool. It's like you're walking through a cave through here. Explains about the fish hatchery system and why it does what it does and where they're all at throughout the country. And there's Wolf Creek where we are. Del Hollow also has one down below us. But there's an otter up there, a red fox.
Well, hey there.
Bluegills, crappie, gar,
Yeah.
bass.
My name is Dave.
Different fish that are in there now.
Which is one of 69 hatcheries in the
Drum.
U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service National Fish
This
Hatchery.
explains how
Completed back in
that benefits that.
Wolf Creek is the
While the
only
dam
hatchery in the state of Kentucky.
does what it
We
does.
work hard here, producing over 1 million rainbow and brown trout. per
Here's
year
this guy
for the
explaining
people every single year. We stock these types
what
of
the fish
trout
hatchery
in over
does and why.
100 public fishing waters in Kentucky, including the Cumberland River below Wolf Creek Dam. Rainbow and brown trout adapt well to the cold water habitat of tailwaters, streams, and lakes. in
This
these
is what I was
areas.
explaining a little bit of what go down there by
Our
the
water
dam.
supply, gravity flows from Lake Cumberland at a rate of 12,000 to 15,000 gallons per minute. 3 intakes of Wolf Creek Dam collect water from 25 to 100 feet below the lake surface. The water flows through the outside raceways and hatchery building one time and then empties into the Cumberland River. Depending on the time of year, the water temperature ranges from 65 degrees to a chilly 40 degrees. That's great for trout, but after a day spent working with the fish in the raceways, I'm glad for wool socks and hot coffee. It all begins inside the hatchery building. We receive fertilized eggs from other National Fish Hatcheries called broodstock hatcheries. These eggs are carefully packed and shipped to us overnight via a FedEx truck. We disinfect the eggs and place them in hatching jars where the rolling water mimics the natural environment and helps the eggs hatch. Soon these little guys begin to pop out of their shells and are moved from the jars into the rearing tanks. They'll stay here for a few months where we can take special care of them and feed them often. They'll grow here until they're about as big as your finger. At this stage, we cleverly call them fingerlings. We move the fingerlings into the big outdoor raceways so they have plenty of room to grow. These growing trout stay with us in the raceways for about 16 months, long enough for me to get attached, until they're ready to stock. Growing a fish to stockable size requires a lot of attention. The fish are fed a very specific amount based on their size, the temperature of the water, and the desired stocking time. The raceways require a good cleaning every week, and as the fish grow, they have to be split and moved into new raceways to ensure proper growth and maintain fish health. We must constantly monitor the water conditions and the health of the fish and immediately react to any problems we may find. You may have wondered about the nets covering the raceway area. These are needed to help keep out local birds, which would love to feast on my helpless trout. When the fish reach a good 9 to 10 inches, they're ready to stock. We carefully weigh them and load them onto our distribution truck, where they take a safe, sloshy ride to their new home. They adapt quickly to their new homes and begin eating aquatic insects, small fish, and other critters like crawfish, maybe even the worm on the end of your hook. I'd like to invite you to take time to explore the hatchery. You can buy a handful of specially formulated food to feed the trout, but please don't touch the fish or put your hands in the water. You can spread diseases to the fish without realizing it. I want to thank you for visiting Wolf Creek National Fish Hatchery. Please come again, ask for Dale, and I'll be glad to give you another tour anytime. Bye now, and have a nice day.
I just let him explain it. That made a lot more sense. And this has the fish. Let me zoom back out here. This has the fish in it from down below the dam, the tailwaters. Which in there's some of the trout that they were just talking about, brown and rainbow. I just think it's neat in here. They really explain like things that are going on in the area. Like there's a bear, American black bear, trying to get into. They have what's called the living bee tree here. And
a window to the world of honeybees.
Yeah. So there's actual bees in there doing what they do. Honeybees, which is pretty cool.
Pollinate.
This explains the value of pollinators like bees and butterflies and hummingbirds and stuff like that, and how they affect everything else.
The white raccoon.
Oh yeah, there's a
Something you don't see every
white
day.
raccoon. Yeah, albino raccoon. Pretty cool. It's down here. But yeah. Right here we have sheds and stuff. There's a brown recluse spider, one of the dangerous ones in our area. That and a black widow. There's a turtle shell and some snake sheds and an egg. This is identifiers you can touch this stuff and it'll help you feel what stuff we have around here. Like there's a rattler, timber rattlesnake, box turtle, beaver, wild turkey, possum, coon, and trout. You can reach and feel and see what the texture's like. I think Jada already got him, but here's Oddball, the spotted turtle. Pretty cool.
Only thing you can see is Ranger's tail, but he's in there.
Right, he's a
This is Quadro. He is a black rat snake. He's the largest species of snake in Kentucky and can get up to 72 inches long, and he's a pretty good sized little fella. He is pretty good size. I like how these are made. Have this top part and there's a hole cut out so they can go down here to the full enclosure. And then Benny, the corn snake, is inside this log. And I can't find his head. You can see him in there. Hey, little fella. Hi, pretty.
We like looking at stuff like this too, but insects and stuff that they got. That way, if you see some of this stuff out in the wild, you can tell what it is. Look at what? Oh yeah, camel cricket.
Ugh.
Thing's huge.
Looks like cave cricket. Ew, them things are gross.
And then they got little descriptive things down here telling you like what each thing is and what they do. Yeah.
Butterflies and moths of Kentucky.
Yeah, and here's the butterflies and moths that are from here.
That big caterpillar.
Yeah.
He's ginormous.
Mm-hmm. Here's more information about brown trout and the rainbow trout. They're pretty distinctive between the two of them if you see them out there. This right here explains, like, this is all the area that is now under the lake, because they dammed it up. They dammed up the Cumberland River here to help control flooding in the area like they did in most of the Tennessee Valley. But yeah, there's a lot of communities and stuff that are underwater now. They bought these people out and they ended up moving somewhere else. But yeah, something cool to check out if you're here. And then they got a little deep gift shop area that's got,
You are going to be fishing?
yeah.
Plentiful amounts of
Yeah, they've got all
lures
kinds of
and
fly
flies
stuff
and stuff like that.
and lures and things like that.
Hooks.
Oh yeah, this is a federal building, so they make you wear a mask while you're in here.
Yeah, I
That's
love
something to, otherwise we wouldn't have them on. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, you got to play the game if you're in a federal building. That's just the way it is right now. But
They got some cute stuff in here.
yep, some local stuff from like local vendors and stuff made around here, and like these soaps and things like that. All made pretty local. And
Honey.
yeah, local honey. But yeah.
So we are going to go,
Stuffed animals.
we're going to go feed the trout.
Yep, now we're gonna go get some food and go feed the trout. So we're heading out here to feed the fish now. Here's the hours and stuff like that.
However, online I checked on the way down here, and it says that they are open January to April, but the hours are it's really short hours.
Yeah.
So I think these aren't completely updated.
Yeah, because we're here now, and it's what, February the 19th or something like that.
I think it's the 20th.
It might be the
Today's
20th. It's Sundays, whatever day that is.
Sunday, and it's like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so.
We're gonna feed some fishies. And in the summertime, this place is full though.
Yeah.
Like when we come and camp down here, there's kids and adults and people everywhere feeding the fish.
But this thing kind of, it starts out with a little bitty, well no, these are big fish right here. Well, alright, these aren't hungry.
These aren't hungry. Oh, he was.
Oh, that one got some.
He was hungry.
Well, let's go down here and feed the little guys. They get excited. There's some of the little guys. They should have jumped quite a bit.
They'll eat something.
There they go.
There they go.
Yeah, they get it. It's like piranhas or something. These are probably 3, 4, 5 inches long or something.
I just love watching them.
Yeah, but you can do this. Each one of these has like different, as they were explaining inside on that video, there's like different stages of them, and it's neat to watch how they react differently when you feed them. The little bitty ones go crazy. But you can get the food, I forgot to say that, you can get the food inside the gift shop. It's like $2.50 for a big bag like that she's got. So, and it helps give them money to help take care of this stuff. So it's worth doing.
And this is for my mom. My mom loves Great Pyrenees.
Oh, there they go. Yeah, Jada's mom loves Great Pyrenees, and these people have 2 of them. I'm sure they'd like to get in here and get some of these fish. But yeah. Yeah, these little things, they go crazy over this food. It's fun.
And whenever you throw it out, you can see them all moving their faces. They know there's food.
Yeah. Like they see people walking up here and they're like, oh, here it comes. It's neat. These ones here are even smaller than the ones we were just feeding. They're the fingerlings, like the guy was saying in the video. Look at them, they go, it's crazy. It's like a frenzy. And the cool thing about this is only, what, maybe 45 minutes away from us or something? It's not that far from the area. It's just outside of Jamestown, Kentucky. Yeah. So down there, where those people are fishing out of, is the beginning of that man-made creek I was talking about earlier, where they release the trout down out of here, and this water comes out from the river. So it's the same water that they would be in if they were actually up here in the actual river. But this flows on down, and on around the bend there, it gets more natural. This is kind of more for access, because a couple times a year they bring kids in here and let them fish. They put a lot more trout than normal in there. That way the kids can definitely catch a few. But the rest of the year, you can go down, anybody that has a fishing license can go down there and fish along through here. But on around the bend, like I said, it becomes more of like a natural habitat. And there's little trails on each side of it that you can hike back to. People can fly fish back in there and stuff like that. So I'll try to get down in there in a minute and see if we can't get more footage of that part of it. But yeah, this is where it starts at. And this is down at the end of the raceways that we're actually looking down over from the raceways down into it. So yeah. So the next few pictures and videos you're going to see are of Hatchery Creek on around the bend from that area I was just telling you about. This is from a camping trip we took back in the spring here. So hopefully you all enjoy the wildlife and the natural habitat like we did. Mm-hmm. We didn't spook her. Since I mentioned the camping trip we took, this is Site 52 that we stayed at back in the spring along the river. So hopefully it gives you guys an idea of that.
Hope you guys enjoyed the ride along today to Wolf Creek Dam Fish Hatchery and Recreation Area. We thank you for your support. Like, share, and subscribe.